Hi everybody, I'm Polly McKinney, Advocacy Director at Voices for Georgia's Children, and welcome to my 2-minute-ish take. This week was big, busy bunch of stuff because it was the first week of the legislative session. There was a hearing on the adoption bill that passed out of the Senate Judiciary Committee. It was left over from last year. I think this year they voted on it really quick and got it out. They compromised on some of the policies, but they also put on House Bill 359. They kind of tacked that onto the end of the adoption bill, which was one that would allow you to sign an affidavit to let someone basically take your kid for a year at a time. 359 got vetoed by the governor last year, so we're all kind of wondering why it's on the end of the adoption bill, but I think the Senate really likes that bill, so we just have to watch. It will be quite, probably quite a show, to say. Other stuff that happened, the governor made a State of the State on Thursday. It was his last State of the State, and as he noted in there, he has been in public service for 40 years, and really by proxy, Mrs. Deal has been in public service for 40 years too. We will have a link to the speech in the bio, so you can read it yourself, but if you can watch it on YouTube, I'll see if I can find it. It was really moving. The other thing is I spent much of this weekend, hang on a second, getting over my cold, and working on the budget. Why do I read the budgets? Because I love you, that's why. Oh my God, I wish I could videotape my dog attacking the cameraman. So I had to move because of the sun. Now we're going to talk about the budget. Budgets. Every year, the General Assembly's main job is to pass a budget. That's the one thing they are constitutionally required to do. The rest of it's all fluff. Really. Some stuff is not as fluffy as other stuff. I spent the last couple of days reading the tracking sheets for the amended budget for the current fiscal year, the FY18 amended, and I'm just going to do this the old school way and read it off a piece of paper. For instance, for kids in the amended 18, they put about $5 million in to keep working on the stuff for children with autism, birth to 21 years old. So that's pretty awesome. There's money in the amended budget for school buses. They put in another $15 million or so to address the children in out-of-home care, foster care, because we have so many kids in foster care right now. That's about it in the amended budget. So moving on to the what we call the big budget, which is the FY19 budget. There is quite a bit of stuff. I mean, there's like this much stuff in there for kids. So I'm not going to tell you everything because you can read my update in the bio link. Up there goes the teapot. I told you it would go. I knew the teapot would whistle while I was doing this. So in the big budget, the FY 2019 budget, the governor has requested more money for children with autism, like $8.5–9 million. Another $22 to $23 million for changes that were recommended by the governor's Child Mental Health Commission. Those recommendations will also be linked in the little bio. But he's put in a bunch of money for stuff like that. We're super excited about it. So there's stuff to prevent opioid abuse by kids, for crisis services for kids. There's money for supported employment, money for the Georgia APEX program, which we'll put a little link to a video about the APEX program as well. There is money for telemedicine and just all kinds of stuff. And in juvenile justice, for the first year that I know of, there's a little bit of money put in for a statewide coordinator for children in need of services programs, which is, we have CHINs in our juvenile code, kids who don't need to be incarcerated, but they might just need a little boost, a little bit of help from a program. There's some state money in there for the first time. Up to now, it's pretty much been county level money. So that's exciting. We're really excited about that, meaning that juvenile justice reform is still moving forward and being taken seriously. Anyway, that's the budget. The budget, there's a lot. So I recommend you read my update because I've summarized it quite nicely here. Stuff that's coming up. So one of the problems is there's still no resolution at the federal level on the Children's Health Insurance Program. That pays for Peach Care for kids, which gives insurance to kids whose families make too much to get Medicaid but not enough to buy health insurance for their kids. If the feds don't pass this, don't re-up CHIP the way it is, we will have a hole in the budget somehow. So your action alert is to call your congressman and say, reauthorize Children's Health Insurance Program. The links are in the thing. So what else? I think that's it. That's everything. I'm just way over 2 minutes. But stay warm, and I will see you next week.